Hi, I'm Lanny and this is Preserving Today. Today I want to talk about postpartum meal prep and freezer meals and stocking your freezer for success in the postpartum period. Now this could be for anything. This could be just a freezer stash that you're hanging on to for if somebody gets sick or just doesn't feel like cooking. It's also a great thing to have stocked in the summertime when you have those days where it's just too hot to cook. Now, if you're seeing this video, it's because I've had a healthy baby and we are resting, taking a break from making videos while I'm in my delicate postpartum period. So my plan of action for my postpartum meal prep was to just double what I was cooking, especially during the winter time when I was making soups and stews, because nourishment during the postpartum period should be really easy to digest. And I don't want to be eating like a lot of raw vegetables. I want to be eating slow cooked root vegetables and meat and bone broth and things like that. So every time I cooked a meal for my family, I made it double, triple, sometimes even quadruple the size of what we actually needed to feed the family dinner, because it's already my favorite way to have backup real food meals for my family when I don't have the time to cook, is to double a batch of something, freeze half of it, and have half for dinner. So you're eating fresh food often, but you'll also have that backup nourishment when you need it. So anytime I made Thai chicken curry, if I made tom kha soup, if I made beef stew, beef chili, chicken or turkey soup, or any other random kind of soup that I made. I have minestrone, I have beef and barley, I have so many different kinds of soups. I want to make sure that I'm making food that I like and that will be easy to digest, as well as stuff that my family likes, because we have to remember I'm the primary kitchen person in the family. My husband can cook. He's actually a wonderful cook, but it's not something that he budgets his time for because that's my department. So when I'm taking myself out of that rotation, it's going to be all on him. So I'm also making sure that I have portions the size that my family can share as well, not just for me. So postpartum meal prep doesn't have to be hard. It can be looking at like what are you cooking while you're pregnant and just adding to that. A lot of other people, it really seems like they set out intentionally to do a big prep day, which is fine too if you're feeling up for it. Do a big grocery store haul, come home, unload everything, and just start prepping it and cooking all day. A lot of moms seem to do raw food in bags that they can then put in a crock pot and cook, but I wanted to go even easier than that. I can literally say to my 10-year-old, can you go get a container of soup from the basement and put it on the stove? So you just need to rinse this container under running water for long enough that it loosens, and then drop it into a pot that has a lid. Put a little bit of water in there to get it started and keep it really, really low. And just leave it low until it's completely melted. Bring it to a simmer and then turn it right off. I have some of my favorite soups saved up, and I'm having a baby in the summertime. And this is my first summertime baby. Previously, both my kids were born in the fall. And so I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel and what I'm gonna wanna eat. But I do know that the foods that I saved myself are foods that are gonna be best for my body. And so even if I heat up this soup and then let it cool down, and I'm eating at room temperature because that feels better to me, cold foods and raw foods are not what digestion needs after having a baby. So I'm setting myself up with having all of this food ready to go without having to heat up the kitchen or ask anyone to do anything for me or feeling like I need to get up and make something from scratch. So I'll take you down to the basement to show you what I have in my freezer. And here we are. So this whole section is my postpartum meal prep. Beef stew, chicken soup with cabbage, pork hocks and white beans, bean and bacon soup, chicken soup, shepherd's pie soup, black lentil and kidney bean masala, chicken curry, green chicken curry, red chicken curry, taco soup, red lentil, squash and coconut, sausage soups, and more. And then below that is our tons of sausage. And a favorite is these beef liver meatballs. I'm totally gonna be eating these. All we have to do is heat them up and they're done. Already did all the work, and I do have a video on how I make these. I'll link to it. Tamales that I had made, which my husband can make for the family really easily. Still have some spanakopita, which will be a quick heat and eat meal. I made waffles for the kids so that they can just grab a pack and heat them up. And of course, bread. Having extra bread stocked is a way that we can have bread when we want it, but still have my slow fermented sourdough. And in our freezer, we have tons of chicken, beef, liver, and still a lot of fermented food, pickles, cortado, garlic scapes. And on the canning shelf, I've been going crazy with broth. So I have a ton of new broth. I canned some mango and peaches, even though it was out of season from frozen fruit, because my kids love those. So that's always something we can just grab and open. I canned extra beans, so if my husband wants to make tacos or burritos, that we have our own home canned beans. Lots and lots and lots of broth. And not to mention, still from last year, our home canned tuna, which is so excellent to have for a quick protein on a hot day. Okay, so that's it. That's how I approached postpartum meal prep and prepping my freezer for postpartum. I did this in a way where it worked with my schedule and didn't add a lot to my daily routine. It wasn't taking a full day for shopping and cooking. This was just part of my normal cooking routine, just doubling things. So I feel like I put less energy and effort into stocking the freezer and just gave myself plenty of time to plan ahead. I hope you found this video helpful. Did you prep for your postpartum period, or do you have a stockpile in case you get sick? Let me know in the comments. I'm Lanny, and this was Preserving Today.